And here we are at dinner time. That's one of the things about this game. Meal times are always very interesting. There's lots of dialogue, and you can go through an entire conversation at your own pace. So as you can see, we get another little slow hint to the plot. And I don't know if you noticed, but the icon above Justin, you can leave the table at any time. And that's how you do it. But the little icon, I think it's supposed to be a house, but it looks like an elephant to me, a blue elephant. As you can see, Justin's dad was a famous adventurer. No word on exactly what happened to him, but I think we can assume that he's passed away. Another awkward translation, but I kind of like what they say about him. I kind of wish we could meet Justin's dad. Always makes me very curious. I love this story. It's so random. Suddenly pirates appeared! Leader got a look at the spirit stone. The pirate drew a sword and said, "Give me that stone!" But your dad obstinately refused. Wow, that's just like Dad. What happened then? Struck by the courage of your dad, the pirate leader decided to give up being a pirate on the spot. Yeah, she says the same thing in a row. Okay, so... unexpected. Justin is officially slow on the uptake. Yeah, we all do a lot of things we regret when we're young, you know. Going out and partying too much, being rude to our parents, becoming pirates. You know, everybody's got their own stories. See, there it is, the elephant. You want to grow up to be a pirate too, Sue? Yeah, you know that the conversation is over when everybody starts repeating everything. And here we are in Justin's bedroom, getting ready to go, and as we always must do, we have to search every single nook and cranny for anything that might be useful. So we've got some money and a healing item. And a poison antidote. Well, you gotta say this for Justin, at least he's always prepared. And this is our first look at an Icarian statue. Honestly, most of the Icarian statues in this game are ugly, but they do add to the art style of the Angelou culture. And you know what? What is that? Is that a big, huge sword in Justin's room? If he's going out adventuring, why doesn't he take the sword? Oh, well. Okay, and here we have some examples of the many ways you can interact with objects in the environment. Lots of things, you can go up to them and they will make noise and move around. And taking a look at just about everything around you can give you little bits and hints of what this backstory and culture are like. As you can see, Justin comes from a long line of adventurers on his dad's side. And his mother was a pirate, as we know, so is it any wonder he's turned out the way he has? Yeah, that little suitcase with the blue geometric shape around it in the corner is a place to store items, which you'll need because each character can hold a certain number of items, and when it fills up, you have to start discarding things. So I always hate it when they do that in games. Here's Lily's restaurant during business hours. As you can see, it is a pretty successful restaurant. In fact, it's well known as one of the best in town, which kind of cracks me up because Lily has she displays the stereotypical womanly qualities of being a good cook, and yet she was also a pirate. My respect for her grows. Ah yes, Justin, officially slow on the uptake, as I said before. But his cluelessness makes him endearing. I love Justin's grin. In fact, I think you could trademark it, the Justin grin. Yeah, Justin has a weird outfit, but it has goggles, and that makes everything okay. Oh, Sue, how I love you. Okay, I obviously skipped a bunch of running around with NPCs, so now we're going to see the plot. We've gone to the Ball Museum. As you recall, Ball was the scary, dark-haired guy with the beard in the opening who has the seriously overdramatic voice acting. Yeah, very subtle choice of names there. Oh yeah, because that's the reason that Justin is the way he is. Of course. So, as usual, giving everything a good look tells us a little bit about the backstory of this town and the museum and what exactly is going on with this General Ball guy in the military. Although, it does give you all this information, but the translation is, as usual, very bad. Okay, so we know this Ball guy is pretty obsessed with history and archaeology. You know, not a bad thing by itself, but... They talk a lot in this game about how the military spends more time on archaeology these days than any military operations, which makes me wonder, did they spend a lot of time on military operations before? What was the city of Parm like? Did they have a lot of wars in their history? How is it different now than it used to be? We know it's gotten pretty big and mechanized and lots of steam technology is being used, but this is where they say a whole lot of nothing in a lot of words. Oh, by the way, another thing I think is really neat here, when they walk through this hallway, the floor has a very mirror-like quality. Makes me wonder how they managed to do that. It's a nice use of early, well, you know what? It looks like it might just be a plain, I'm not sure if they used any special techniques or if it's just the way the art worked, but anyway, it looks cool. And I like how the footsteps echo too. They did a pretty good job of giving you a different sense for the museum. So here we're learning about spirit stones and the fact that they hear a lot about them in legends, but nobody's entirely sure of what they are. So this ancient civilization is known for the legends of spirit stones and for huge stone statues found in ruins. And let's see what else we can find out about them. Humanoid statues with wings, most of which, as I said, are very ugly.